I'm Caleb Bird, and I'm a sophomore here at this university, War Eagle. And I'm the executive director of the AUCR. I want to give a special thanks to Caroline Wren over here for putting all this together today. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't be having it. And a special thanks to all of you who've come out today to join us. We appreciate you taking the time. If you'll give me just a moment of your time, I want to read you a passage by Thomas Jefferson. July 2nd, 1787. I have no fear but that the result of our experiment will be that men may be trusted to govern themselves without a master. Could the contrary of this be true, I should conclude either that there A, is no God, or B, he is a benevolent being. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you today that our experiment has worked and our God is not a benevolent being. Never before in the history of mankind has a nation attempted such a risky endeavor, to allow its own citizens, both rich and poor, to govern themselves. Our founding fathers believed that a nation bound together by common liberties would lead itself without the need of government interference. Ladies and gentlemen, for over 200 years we have proven by the sweat of our brow, the strength of our backs, and the diligence of our hands that we are more than capable of governing ourselves. And let us be clear today that today is not a day to protest the Obama administration. The problem with our government goes far beyond a singular presidency, a singular generation, or a singular decade. The greed and corruption in our government comes from years of the American people sacrificing our principles and our civil liberties for false promises of financial and domestic securities. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to say to you today that we are not for sale. Our rights are not for sale. Our principles are not for sale. And most importantly, our children and their children are not for sale. From this day forth, let it be known that our resolve shall not be quenched. Our rights will not be forgotten, nor our voice be silenced. The overbearing tax burden which has been laid upon the shoulders of too few has ground our economy to a standstill. And we believe that in order for America to succeed, we cannot tax our own people into poverty. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a class issue. This is not a war between the rich and the poor in our country. This protest today is about a government that has become too fat while their citizens suffer. It is far past time that our government be taught how to balance a checkbook again. If we must live off of what we earn, so must they. Amen. Our government has forgotten who they serve, and it is time we remind them who their bosses are. To the state of Alabama, it is time we too begin to pass resolutions to declare our sovereignty as a state. Both Texas and South Carolina have already set an example, but we have to lead ourselves. Finally, let me make one last point clear. Should our government or any other continue to ignore us, we, like our forefathers, will rise up with the same fervor that freed our great nation from the grip of British oppression over 200 years ago. We are a free nation. We are the American people. And most importantly, we are not for sale.